Good evening, I'm Anna Jabłońska. Welcome to Poland Daily. Zbigniew Ćwiąkalski, the former Minister of Justice and the Attorney General in Donald Tusk's government, testified before the Parliamentary Commission investigating VAT fraud. In his testimony, he argued that neither the government nor the opposition had any information regarding tax extortion on such a large scale.
The former Minister of Justice and Attorney General stated that during his term of office in 2007 there was no major problem with VAT extortions. The number of this type of crimes went down by 7,800 in 2009. VAT fraud weren't in the majority. The Justice Commission wasn't handling VAT fraud at that time. Neither the government nor the opposition reported anything.
Przestępczością, w tym przestępczością gospodarczą.
MPs also asked about regulations which in the end weren't introduced during Ćwiąkalski's term of office, specifically about extended confiscation. The Law and Justice MPs tried to push this project twice, once in 2007 and then 2008. It means the government can take over the wealth that was gathered unlawfully. Ćwiąkalski criticized this idea in 2008, said it was impossible to implement. When we finally did it, he praised it before his students. In whole, the VAT gap during the 8 years of Civic Platform's rules amounted to over 250 billion zloty.
Patryk Jaki, the United Right candidate for Warsaw mayor, does not seem to be slowing down in the last stretch of the campaign. A 36-hour-long marathon for Jaki's camp has begun at noon today. The candidate will use this time to meet with the capital's residents and convince them of why is it in the Warsawians' interest to vote for him.
The campaign leading up to this upcoming Sunday's elections in Warsaw was certainly not uneventful. None of the candidates are willing to take their foot off the pedal, certainly not the United Right candidate for Warsaw Mayor, Patryk Jaki. Let's all go to the voting booths and dissolve this corrupt pact in the Warsaw City Hall. That is why these next 36 hours before the pre-election silence will be so crucial. The idea of Patryk Jaki's camp is to show his determination to win these elections. We decided to break through a certain limit of functioning, meaning that it is usually said that 24 hours is an incredible strain. We want to show that we are capable of more and that we know the capital, both its daytime and nighttime faces. At the very beginning of their campaign tour of Warsaw, Patryk Jaki laid out his plan for the revitalization of the area around the Parade Square, located in the heart of downtown Warsaw. We want new impulses, new enterprises such as a new Parade Square. We want the Parade Square to resemble what is most beautiful in Warsaw, a synesthesia of tradition, history and modernity. This was just one stop in the tour which will see the United Right candidate march across the capital. The marathon will conclude on tomorrow morning, just as the pre-election silence will commence.
In the Polish Airlines LOT headquarters, a protest of the company's employees took place. The protesters demanded better working conditions and giving one of the union's leaders her job back. The manifestation did not disrupt the airline's passenger services.
The protest began at 5 a.m. at the LOT headquarters in Warsaw. Members of the union came with banners with slogans written on them, demanding among other things giving Monika Żelazik her job back. Żelazik is the head of the DEC and Airport Personnel Union.
I have a contract. I'm expected to work just like a normal worker, but I don't have the same rights. I am here because I fight for dignity and respect of my colleagues and to bring back our president, Monika Żelazik.
I can't wrap my head around one thing. How can you treat a Polish mother like a terrorist and fire her? It's sick. We live in a country of law, do we not? I'm here for her. According to Adrian Furgalski, a transport market analyst, if LOT raised its expenses by giving its employees higher salaries, it would be an economical suicide, especially in light of its competition, Ryanair, lowering its expenses. I wouldn't call it a strike, because a strike is usually associated with paralyzing the company by not working. Luckily for the passengers, all the flights reached their destinations. LOT won't be coming back to the system from before 2010. Big number of bonuses and premiums were the reason behind a lot of LOT problems.
A couple thousand of chaos-engulfed Honduras citizens began their march for the United States. The President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, demands the authorities of Mexico to stop this wave of illegal immigration.
We have to migrate because of the economic crisis caused by the government and sheer necessity. The authorities have us trapped here. We have to pass through this area because the police won't let us pass. They are denying us the right to migrate.
God willing, the US president will open the doors for us so we can go in. That's our proposal. We're not forcing anything, but people should do God's will. We can't pay for the bus fare because we don't have any money. The little I have, I used to buy juice and food for my children. I don't know what is going to happen.
In addition to stopping all payments to these countries, which seem to have almost no control over the population, I must, in the strongest of terms, ask Mexico to stop this onslaught, and if unable to do so, I will call up the US military and close our southern border. The assault on our country at our southern border, including the criminal elements and drugs pouring in, is far more important to me as president than trade or the USMCA. Hopefully Mexico will stop this onslaught at their northern border. All Democrats fault for weak laws.
Thank you for watching Poland Daily. Coming up next, Poland Daily weather. Good night.